Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Podcast Unscripted. Today we've got a very special little episode for you. This one goes out to all the lovers, and here are your two doctors for your Valentine's Day special.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. What? Happy Valentine's Day. Let's go to all you lovebirds out there.
Sorry.
We've got a special episode today. Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir. Don't know why I'm here, because I'm single, but...
Got perspectives on both ends. Single, ready to mingle, and...
Married.
Happily married.
Lockdown.
Happily
not
married.
Getting out of it. Got 3 kids.
Married for life. Till death do us part.
So we've had some lovely people send in some questions on Instagram, and we're going to go through some and get these two love professionals to give you their honest opinions, and hopefully not too controversial. I don't know. We'll see.
Can I say one controversial thing? I think I'm the best expert here. I think people that are single are better at advice, relationship advice.
Why?
Because they have people that are in relationships around them.
I see. Okay, fair enough. I think people that have won the game and got married have can give the best advice because they went through the game. They were single. But
how long have you been married for?
They got a partner. Then they went all the way to the end.
How long have you been married for?
Won the game.
But how long have you been married for?
Coming up to 4 years.
Yeah, you've been married for 4 years.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to give or receive relationship advice.
Well, being in a relationship for 10 years.
No, but I'm saying there's no reason for you to have relationship advice because you're married.
No, I can give advice. I would take advice from people who are in a successful relationship. I wouldn't take advice from, let's say, like a person who has a lot of relationships, but then they get broken up with all the time and they were to give relationship out. I would not take advice from that person.
Yeah, because they've just broken up.
Yeah, but I would take advice on a person who's had a long-term relationship. And let's say I would take advice even further.
Would you take advice from someone that has been in a relationship but they haven't just broken up? They've been in a relationship.
And they're currently single?
Yeah.
And they've been single for how long?
2.5 years now.
No, I would not take relationship advice from
So why am I here then?
I think that single person will have advice for a group of people, a type of situation, a type of scenario. Definitely.
Okay. That's what I meant.
I'm just speaking on myself personally. I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
But like other people, if they're single too, they might want advice from a single person.
So it sounds like James has been here in a loving relationship for 4 years. So he's got a lot of wisdom there. And we've got Billy, who has been able to absorb a lot of wisdom from many different couples and different situations. So he's got his own advice to give, even if it's not first-hand advice or like experience. But there would be advice that he would be able to give from observing other couples and other relationships. So this is why we have the two doctors. So we've sorted that out.
Now I guess
let's get on to the questions.
I guess we can cut the middle part out.
Oh, great.
No. We're not podcasting Unscripted to cut stuff out.
What? Well, why are you bringing that up now?
Are we all ready for some questions?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we are ready for love.
That's a good
ready for love.
All right.
I'm definitely ready for love.
Hello. Okay, question number 1 for the love doctors is, I have a crush on someone that I'm friends with, but I don't know how to tell them I'm interested.
Oh, do you want to go first, Billy?
Nah, bruh.
Was this your question?
Okay.
So your friend, I don't know if you're male or female. I'm not sure if you're male and who they are. What I would do and what I think would be good is you need to feel the vibe. Are they interested in you? If it's one-sided, no, don't say anything. If it's one-sided, you need to find out. And there's ways you can find out by, just like how you speak to them. If you're being a bit cheeky, you can find out, be a bit cheeky, chatting with them, talking with them, joking around with them, being playful. Feel the vibe, and then if that aspect isn't there, and you're not seeing a romantic thing develop, then don't do it. But if you are, like, all the signs, they're reciprocating. Let's say, like, you're a guy and it's a girl, they're always finding an excuse to touch your arm, touch your hand, touch you, or laugh at all your jokes. Like, the easy ones to pick, you catch them looking at you, or like lost in gaze while looking at you, things like that. You guys have a good chemistry. More than a friendship type vibe. Even maybe have a chat to them and joke around even, and say like, oh, imagine if we ever became a couple. You can even say like jokes like that and see what their answer is. And if it's like, oh, no way, you got your answer. Like, straight there, you've got your answer. Literally, without even wrecking anything. So, you can do things just to feel the vibe, If it's there, like, you will know by like those tests. Definitely feel the vibe out. Like, don't just go out and say you don't want to, one, ruin the relationship. Two, if they don't feel the same way back, like, that's just really, really awkward. There's plenty of people out there. So, but yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, mine isn't really advice, but it is. Right. He pretty much has covered it. I think I'm the best expert here. But I would say when like he's talking about when like they find an excuse to touch you or to look at you when they can. Speaking from experience, do not read into that too deep, because that just might be who the person is. Maybe they're like that. They're talking to you and they're like, "Oh, you're so funny," or they just look at you because like they just want to. Just don't read into it, because you read into it too much and then you think and then. Yeah, you do it and then it's not what they thought, and then it gets awkward. If you're really close with them, like as you've been friends with them before as friends, and then you're just falling for them or something, or like gaining feelings for them, I'd say like you just got to make sure for sure that they vibe with you, they have good chemistry. Because if you like, although you have been friends for so long, something like that can like not break up the friendship, but it can just like make it weird for a long time. Like, you gotta be extra sure that like they're into you or they're interested in you. Like,
yeah, no, true.
You know what I mean?
True, yeah. And just to reiterate, like, those signs, there should be, if you're thinking that they like you, there should be multiple signs across, not just one isolated thing, like them looking at you.
It should be like multiple signs in a span of like a short period of time.
Not like they do it once off. It needs to be constant, but multiple signs. Like, they need to be ticking pretty much all the boxes in all the areas of like touching you, laughing at your jokes, always wanting to be with you, making excuses to, even ditch other people to be with you. But it has to be multiple signs, all things that will give you more of a better vibe than not.
And also, like I've seen, I used to do this. I wouldn't recommend to do it now, but people have their opinions. If you have a friend that's very close to that person, gain information through them. Get that person
to like sneaky, to
bring it up with
double agent,
or some people like to call it a snitch.
All right, we got the next question.
Yep.
How many dates in before you should buy a girl flowers?
You could even, if you've been talking for a while online, and then you're going for a first date, but you've been talking for like, it could be like a month, 2 months, like you've been chatting, let's say constantly every week, like a couple times a week, like, and you're chatting, and so it's been 2 months, talking a couple times, like consistently. Buying flowers on the first date, hey, like you guys seeing each other for the first time, buying flowers, nothing wrong with that at all.
When is too soon
to buy flowers? Maybe if you guys talked once. Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's
a too soon, but at the end of the day, it will always be trial and error. Because when you buy her flowers, you'll know if she either likes receiving flowers or she doesn't like the big grand gestures. I would think for a first, like let's say a first date, you don't bring her a bunch of flowers. You just bring her like one
flower.
And then based on her reaction by that, then you know whether or not to give her flowers But I reckon, like, at the end of the day, I don't think there's a set date that you can buy flowers. If you've never spoken to her and you go on a date, but that's crazy. That's you're on some another level, like not in a good way. I have a little trick with flowers for you men out there. Buy flowers. Take one flower, so you know when to buy her flowers again. So.
Okay, next question. I recently went through a breakup with someone I attend church with, and I don't know how to make things not orcs.
If you want to make things not awkward, don't be awkward. If you're awkward, then she's awkward, then the whole thing's awkward. If you don't want to be awkward, then don't be awkward. Just don't be like that. Just literally be like, oh, hi, how's it going? Move on. Not awkward.
Yeah, just change church. And then talk to
That's
talk
crazy.
to them again.
That's crazy.
No, joking. Yeah, no. It depends how the breakup was. It is. If it was a kind of like a messy breakup, I guess.
Oh crap! I didn't think of that.
There would.
I think I'm the best expert here.
Of awkwardness, or even more than awkwardness. But yeah, as Billy said, just if it wasn't like messy, it was a bit, more mutual. Just be polite. Say hi to them at least. Don't avoid them. If they're crossing your path, just say hello. You don't need to have a conversation with them. But if they're coming your way, you're coming, and they're coming your way, you're coming their way. Just say, oh hi, good morning, or good afternoon, whatever it may be, and then just keep going. Like don't, as Billy said, don't make it awkward. Just be polite.
Be cordial. Be cordial.
That's it.
Shout out to Anwar for giving me that advice. Be cordial.
That's it.
Just.
We had a little bit. All right. Next question. Is it okay to have secrets in a relationship?
I'm going to say it depends. I personally don't think... I think that you shouldn't... Now you go.
Bruh.
Okay.
Bro,
depends on what does secrets mean in this context, but I think you shouldn't be hiding anything major from your partner. There's lots of things that I don't tell my partner. Like
your partner's behind the camera.
trivial things. Like I don't tell her, if I'm playing a game, I don't tell her what level I am on, or my account's on, or things that are trivial, things that are not important. So you don't have to tell your partner every single thing. So just because I don't tell her things, are those secrets that I'm keeping? No, they're not. But in terms of like a purposeful secret, something major, something potentially destructive, like keeping things that could be. And if it's a secret in this context, I think if it's considered a secret, it would have to be something major news, or something that's destructive, or something that could be potentially harmful. So it wouldn't be wise to.
Yeah, I think mine's more the lines of that. You don't need to tell them everything, but if it's a secret that you don't tell them, and in the future it will cause harm to your partner, you as a couple, I reckon you should. Although some couples like want to tell them everything. Let's say I came up to you, told you a secret, and I said, keep it from Caitlin. If it harms Caitlin, like in the future, you have to kind of tell it. But if it doesn't, and Caitlin, let's say, like Caitlin's like, oh, what did Billy say? I don't think you have they have a right to know.
Yeah. That's like something you're telling me in confidence about, let's say, a situation about you. Then I wouldn't.
Or like just a situation in general. But like if it doesn't harm you as a couple or Caitlin, I feel like you don't need to tell her anything.
So the next question is, my girl's best friend is a boy and it bothers me. How do I tell her to end the friendship?
Wait.
My girl's best friend. Your partner is a girl, and they have a best friend that's a boy, and it's uncomfortable. You're feeling uncomfortable.
Are they feeling uncomfortable because it looks a bit weird between them, or are they feeling uncomfortable because he doesn't want a boy as a friend for his girlfriend?
Run both scenarios.
Well, if they're being like weird to the point like where there's a second relationship there, then I think you need to just be like, hey, you don't need to end your friendship, just end our friendship, and you go be with him because you like to be with him. Kidding, don't do that.
Maybe you might have to.
Maybe you might have to.
Yeah.
If it's going to the point where they like spending more time with them rather than you, I think you should have a like talk, and then if it like based on their answer, you might have to end it. There's the second scenario if they just don't want them as a as opposite gender.
That kind of comes under the uncomfortableness, right? So same answer. Yeah.
Do you think it's a point of just establishing boundaries
Yeah.
and just having that conversation?
Because it's if you are the new person that has come. Let's say I start dating someone, but it's like she's a stranger. I never knew her before. Then I think to start off with, I don't think you have a say because they've known each other for longer. Like they've been best friends for a while. If it's someone you've known your whole life and then got together, and then they've gotten close with someone new, then you should set boundaries. Because it's like you have known her closer than they have known him.
So I'll look at like the reasons why. First, just the reasons why it bothers you. Generally, what I've seen is the reason why it bothers guys is because we as guys know what guys are thinking. We as guys know what the go is. We know what the go is. We know, and then so if we're getting a vibe from the other guy, how they act, how they are, we know what's up. So there's valid reasons why we're uncomfortable. It's not about insecurity. It's not about being insecure. If we are in a relationship with a girl, and they need to respect our boundaries, and so we know what the other guy is about. If it's to the point where they're best friends and you're feeling uncomfortable, there's a reason, and generally we know what the reason is.
Can I ask, like you saying because like we know boys in their minds and what they're gonna do, they have always an intention in the brain. That's for non-Christians.
Yeah.
What is your Christian point of view?
Well, if you have a partner, I don't see guys and girls being so close as like best friends. If they're mature, they should know feelings can develop. There's plenty of supporting evidence over human history to see that. There's so much evidence supporting that things can happen and develop. People can like get caught up in emotion, get caught up in the moment. So much evidence. Are you serious about your relationship? That's, as a Christian, you should ask, like, are you serious about your relationship? Like, is this other person, external best friend, like that important to you over your current like relationship?
Next question. Ooh, this one's a doozy. I'm ready to have babies, and my partner isn't. What can I do? Should I leave him?
You can go first with this one, buddy.
Are you married?
First.
If you're married, I don't think you can leave them or break up with them just because of that. Definitely talking about this would have been good before you guys got married. It is.
I say that the only thing you can do is just talk. Why don't you want to have babies now?
Literally talk about it. Talk about it.
Find a common ground. I don't know what a common ground is between having a baby and not having a baby. Having half a baby. I don't know.
But if you're Christian, praying, seeking the Lord about this. If you're dating and you've talked about this, then definitely, like if your futures and your plans are not aligning, then you may just have to move on. Like, you don't want to waste each other's time. Finding out exactly why the other person may not want to have children, and just going from there, like exactly why. Is it fear? Is it worry? Having a child is a massive thing. It does change your life. Are they ready? Is the other person ready? Both parents should be ready, not just one person.
From your experience, James, let's say he comes back and says, because it's a financial issue, what would be some advice that you would give for that from your own experience?
Work together, discuss and work together and have a goal set of, okay, what is it? What's the financial situation that you want to be in to have a kid? Literally, that's important. And talk to each other make a plan and a goal to get where you want to be. If you're willing to have children, it's just financial that's stopping you, then work together and get to that step. Make it reasonable, not unrealistic. Make it realistic, and aim and plan and get there.
And then you can get married and have a beautiful kid like this kid. Yay!
Awesome. All right, you ready for the next question?
Are we gonna get Malachi to answer?
Yeah, we can get to Malachi to answer.
What do you think, Malachi?
Let me tell you something! Let me tell you something!
I've been dating my girlfriend for a year. Should I pop the question?
No! Don't do that! Me personally, I don't think that's enough time to like truly get to know your partner. I know some people that I know like have like done before a year, which is crazy, but a year is just too quick. Like, bruh. Like,
Does that change for you with during the dating period how intentional you've been in getting to know the other person?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, as in like, if you feel like in a year's time that you feel like you don't have you don't fully know the person yet, then I can advise that please do not pop the question, because
True.
there you go. I know you got some words.
Okay. Dating within a year. From the Christian perspective, have you both been seeking the Lord? I don't have a problem with someone popping the question. In a year, within a year, earlier than in a year. Like, if you're both seeking the Lord and the Lord has put it on you, you both have values, you both have God, Jesus in your life as number one. He's the center of your relationship. He's the center of your life and their life, and they have the fear of the Lord and you have the fear of the Lord. Then I don't see any issue. You're both being led, and the Lord's confirming everything. You've spoken with your mentors, your pastors, and everything's like coming in alignment and agreement. Then I have no issue. Like, there's no issues. The Lord's backing it up. There's no issue with popping the question within a year earlier. So that's I would say from my Christian perspective, because if the Lord is in the center, if Jesus is in the center of your relationship, then you don't have to worry about like cheating. You don't have to worry about all these other things that the world worries about. Because Jesus is in the center of your relationship. You both have the fear of the Lord. So it's you, Jesus, and the other person in a relationship, in a marriage. So you don't have to worry about like all these things. The Lord, they have their relationship with the Lord, and you have yours, and so the Lord will be speaking to both of you, leading both of you. So there's no issues there. In terms of a non-Christian, it is a bit more. It is definitely way more worrying and anxious. I heard this rule. It was like, it takes 2 years to get to know someone. The reason being is over 1 year or over. They can be putting on a mask. Generally, that starts to drop after the year mark or around the year mark. Like, it's a bit hard to continue to maintain that. You see a lot of them. So 2 years is really good, because you really get to see all sides of them, or you should be seeing all sides of them by that 2 year point. Their friends, family, all that stuff. And it's harder for people to maintain a mask after over that 1 year mark. So that's what I've heard. And I even applied that, to my life years ago, before I was like really following the Lord properly as a Christian. So you really get to know someone 2 years, I heard, and I've seen it put in practice. And so if you're wanting to be safe, get to know them stay knowing them and get to know them for 2 years, and then go from there with the information that you have. That's for non-Christian, because you're not seeking the Lord on this. So that's the thing. And you always have to think at the back of your mind, these day and age, lots of people are cheating. Social media, apps on your phone, like there's so much of that unfaithfulness going on. And I see it a lot, especially like when people are not grounded in the Lord and in Jesus. And Jesus is not the center. All these other things happen. So, taking like the most, I guess, precautions. But knowing them 2 years, I would say. So 1 year, I'd be like, it's a bit iffy. If you're a non-Christian.
Is that why you're smiling?
What?
Because Kaylin told me behind the camera how long you guys.
He proposed within 6 months. But
Yeah,
then-
that's crazy, bro. Nah.
Nah,
Yeah.
but
So
then-
what was that? I proposed after. No.
Okay, but can I ask how long were you guys dating in secret?
No, it was legit 6 months.
Okay, the second question. Did you guys know before you met each other?
No.
How long were you engaged
that's
for?
crazy. That's mental. No.
I was engaged for.
The first engagement?
Yeah.
6 years.
6 years.
Okay,
That's enough time to get to know
enough,
someone.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
enough. If it's like
Exactly.
That's why he's saying proposing does not equal marriage.
that, okay. If it's like that, that's fine. I think that's justifiable.
That's
But
fair.
but dating for 6 months, getting engaged, and then getting married like another 6 months, that's bro.
Okay, so next question, and it's a two-part question. So the first part is red flags in a woman and things to look out for when you're looking for your future wife. And also red flags for men. Who should I avoid when looking for a husband?
Bro, I suck at red flags, bro.
All right, so let's do red flags for women first.
It's not even a red flag. It's just I don't see them as red flags. I see it as green flags. And then if I don't have that, then that's a red flag. I just feel like each of their own. But like obviously for me, my opinion is if they're not Christian, that's a red flag. I'll just say no.
And it goes a bit more than that, I think. Like, people can claim to be Christian, but they're not really following the Lord. Jesus is not the center of their life. So, finding out and seeing if Jesus is the center of their life, or they're just claiming to be a Christian, because that's very different. Lots of people claim to be Christian these days, and they go to church every Sunday, and they're not really. Jesus is not the center of their life, and they're not really following the Lord. So, finding that out, I'll say is important. Red flag though, she doesn't say, she never apologizes. Red flag, very entitled. Red flag, not supportive. Red flag, if they talk down to you, if they, use words to tear you down, not build you up. So yeah, red flag.
Okay, and what are red
I
flags
agree.
to look out for in men?
Men are all good. Don't worry about it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's right. Man, we're fine. It's
Yeah, no red flags.
No.
Nah. You want to go first?
I think red flags for men and women are pretty much the same. No,
Pretty similar. Yeah.
it's like what you said for girls. Like if they're entitled or if they if they put you down like constantly. I was gonna add a red flag to that where like it's not a red flag, but it's just like it's something that you tried to talk about. Like a red flag for me was, and I'll explain why it's a red flag. It's when the girl when she has low self-esteem and you have tried your best to bring it up, nothing works. When like that, and it's like nothing works, and that's a red flag. It's just like, okay, bro, I tried. Like,
Yeah, it's because
It's
like
like,
some
bruh.
people have things they have to deal with first before getting into a relationship. So they should deal with some stuff first.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like you get into that, and you get into why she has a low self-esteem, and like you try and work your way around it. Okay, this is why you have one. Let's see how we can make that up, and it doesn't work.
Also, even being there's ones that say that they're independent women and they need no man.
And they're not.
Those are major red flags.
Yeah.
They're not submissive. That's a major red flag. They fight you on every single turn. Major red flag. Like you.
They say no, don't play Fortnite. I want you to spend time with me.
We'll get to the guys.
I think it's it's pretty much the same thing. It's similar.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
for guys, it's like not just like not be abusive, like or something. Not be
That's a
abusive.
big one.
Not like don't.
Yeah, that's an important one.
That's an important one. Yeah, don't harass them. Don't look at other females in the way that you only look to your partner. But it's pretty much a similar thing.
Yeah.
You would say that for a girl, like don't look at males in a.
Very similar to women. Like one is like they don't say they can't apologize for their actions. So a person that can't apologize, definitely. A person that can't admit when they're wrong or what they're at fault, definitely. That's a red flag. Just over ego, entitlement. Like there's some ego, so it's not too bad. But like overly like prideful, very prideful. They're lazy, like extra lazy. Like they don't have a job, or they're refusing to get a job, or they're not even trying hard. How can they provide for you? Red flags. If they're gaming, if they're gaming a lot, but they're still doing their responsibility of looking after you, like a family. They have a job. They have, they're doing all their responsibilities. I don't see an issue with them gaming because they're getting their responsibilities done.
Yeah,
But-
you're doing your chores. You're doing what
getting
needs to
your
be
stuff
done.
Exactly. But
Now
if they're
you
not getting
get-
their stuff
You
done,
get your spare. No, yeah.
if they're not getting their stuff done, they're not looking after, they're not providing.
And
definitely red
you
flags.
take that PS5 and you throw it on the ground.
Seems like
Yeah.
that answer's very close to your heart, James.
I just explaining the difference. But yeah, now if they're doing what they need to do, then yeah, like it's all good.
But-
That's a major red flag.
But for a guy to say I'm not ready, it most in most senses it is because we are not financially ready to support you.
I don't know. Yes, and also, they might not be serious about you too. A guy may not be serious about you. Also, a guy may have other people on the side. There's lots of reasons.
No, yeah.
Sometimes, as well, ladies, the guy may just need a bit of a push, bit of an ultimatum. Sometimes, let's say you're getting to that, you've passed like 4 years or whatever. Bit of an ultimatum just to get them going, because sometimes guys are just not thinking about it, or they don't care about it too much. But there could be no issues, and they're just a bit like not caring about it. So you may just need to give them a little push.
Can I just say as well, Billy, you said financials as a reason, like 3 years down the line. But if you're dating with intentions to marry, wouldn't you be saving from the very beginning?
Yeah, no, you would. It also depends on who you're dating. Okay, as Christians, you should date with the intention to marry. For non-Christians, you can't say that because they have a different intention, or they have a different intention, or maybe. I would say this: in some cultures, you have to save more up, and sometimes you can't do that. Like for an African culture, the money or you give to the bride's family, right? So you save up for that, but then you don't have enough to save up to support you and the partner. Should that be seen as a red flag? I don't think so.
No, but the red flag was if they're not being responsible, not getting a job, or not wanting to get a job, or not trying.
Yeah, that's a red flag because it's but that's what I was saying. You go work your hard for 1 or 2 years. By then, if it gets to okay, let's get married now, and you're still not, then that's it's
But I'm not seeing it these days. It's not like how it was back then. Both people work. Both people have savings.
Both people do work in most cases, but sometimes not.
Yeah, but most of the time nowadays it is.
I have a lot of friends that only the one person works, but the one person their job's they get banked
Yeah, that's completely different.
seriously.
I'm in my single season, and guys keep telling me they like me. Why is this happening?
Because you're single.
Because you're single. You're single and you're probably a very attractive person. That's why what?
You've been mingling. You're single and you're ready to mingle.
I don't know what advice you want us to give there. You're a single person, you're attractive.
Wait, is that a comment or is that a question?
Is it? Yeah.
Why do guys keep?
Why are guys saying because you probably look attractive and you're single?
Do you think maybe the question might be hinting
How do I get them to
towards
stop or?
No, maybe towards they're in their single season, but a lot of guys keep saying that they like them. Maybe is this a sign that the single season is coming to an end, or what do you think?
Is this a lot of guys asking one question or one guy asking a lot of questions?
Distraction, as well. I think we did answer it the first. I think we answered that.
Yeah, I think. If it's a guy asking multiple times that they like you, or if it's multiple guys saying that they like you, I don't have an answer for you. But if it's one guy saying I like you,
then he likes you.
Then he likes you. You're attracted. Your single season has come to an end. Therefore, pursue.
Yeah, I think the question is implying that it might be multiple guys.
Yeah.
Then James, you take that one, buddy, because I don't know what to say.
No, if you're single in church, guys are also looking for a partner, and if you're single and they're single, they're just trying to get to know you, or want to let you know they're looking for a partner. If you're single, generally you would generally you'd be looking for a partner soon, eventually, if not now, but maybe in the future. So they're just letting you know, or wanting to see if you are available, or wanting to date you. That's why. If you are not wanting to date at the moment, then just keep stay single. And seek the Lord on it, but stay single. If you're not ready to, if you're in your single season, you're saying, so that means previously you weren't single. So now you're in a single season. So you've come out of a relationship. If you're in a single season now, then just I would say focus on the Lord. Just focus on the Lord.
Yeah.
Does it depend how long they've been in a single season for?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if you were with like in
that you had
a relationship and you're saying you're in your single season now. If you've been in your single season for about 6 months, don't do anything. Just relax. Praise Jesus. Go to the beach with friends or something. Like, just chill. But if you've been there for like 3 years or 4 years, it also depends on how long they're with the person previous for.
But then again, if you're not wanting a partner, then you don't need to.
Yeah, you don't Just because guys are always gonna go up to someone attractive if they have enough confidence and say, "Oh, I like you," or "You're." And people, I can tell you, being single, like if you're strong enough, it's the most funnest thing ever. It is. No one's telling you what to do. You don't have to like check in with someone. It's just you have a lot more free time and a lot more money, and you can live your life. Anyway, moving on.
If someone from a different religion is willing to convert, should I consider dating them?
I'm going to stay in my lane and leave that one to James, because I honestly don't have it. No, as in not like James knows, as in I don't know. So before I want to offend anyone, I'm not going to say anything.
It's very interesting. I remember at the start of the podcast,
I think I'm the best expert here. I'd say that in this case, because it involves different religions, I don't want to start a war. So, because I know that sometimes I can say, like, not intending to say that, but I will say something in a different wording and offend someone.
Can you give like an opinion, and then we'll figure out whether we want to keep it or not?
Do I agree with flirt and convert? No.
In this question,
no.
Yeah, I would say so. If they're willing to come over, so you're talking to them, and they're a different religion, and you're like, let's say Christian, and they're a different religion, and you're talking with them, romantically interested with them, and they said that they're gonna convert. You would have to see, like, because there will be a new believer, even though they're a Christian and you're a Christian. Where are you guys on your walk? Like, they're a brand new believer. Are you like, very you're not a new believer, you're a seasoned believer. You're not equally yoked. Finding someone equally yoked would be the ideal thing to do. There may be, you may be looking at other motives other than, you may be looking at other things. If you look at why you're interested in them, like it sounds like you're interested in them, even if they're not a Christian. You're already kind of interested already. So it's like, you're looking at motives, and you've got, I would say, like, you're maybe looking more with your eyes. Maybe you're looking more at other reasons, but there may not be wise reasons. So just look into why.
Can I say, like, I don't agree with flirt and convert, but what James said, if they're willing, not because of you, to come over, right? I'm not saying it's a problem to date them, but not straight away down the line. So, like, they're new into Christianity, get them, like, deeply seated into it. Down the years, let's say 5 or 6 or, like, 10 years. Once they've deeply seated in, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with you need to date a Christian girl. You like this girl, but she's not Christian. The only reason you want her to convert or come over is because you want to date her. I don't agree with that.
Okay, so 2 more questions.
Better not be hard.
Is it normal for your partner to get really mad at you for farting?
I would say if it's like a new relationship, yeah. Like, as in, like, you've been dating for, like, or you've just gone on a few dates, maybe.
Well, if you're a girl, you shouldn't be fighting at all because girls don't fight.
That is true. Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
you should not
Girls
be
don't
fighting
fight.
at all. So if the guy's getting mad, 100% agree.
Good. Because you're doing what you're not meant to be doing. Like it's.
Nah, just joking.
I think if it's a new relationship, it's like they shouldn't get mad because it's a funny thing. But I reckon they have the right to get mad.
Yeah.
If you're married, nah.
But I think you shouldn't be getting mad just because it's a natural thing. But however, if it does make your partner mad, you should try to like limit like how you do it. You know, if you're straight out, you know, just doing it on purpose in front of them, like trying to get a reaction out of them.
Yeah,
then maybe tone down on trying to get reactions and stuff, and maybe leave the room, fight somewhere else. Like just be courteous.
If you're going up to her like face and just
grabbing her face and
shoving like that's.
Okay, so this one's the final last question. Almost maybe the most important question. I have this friend at church. Let's call him William. And the problem is, he's still single. How do I help him?
He's still single, William. How old is William?
Oh, I don't know. Like 21?
21. Oh, I see.
Maybe he's 22.
And he goes to church.
It sounds like the message this person's very concerned for them.
I see. I would say, like, because they're young, how is their walk with the Lord? Because they're young. Honestly, though, if they're going to church, they should focus on their relationship with the Lord and grow that instead of, like, chasing girls, I think. But not just church. It's not just about church. It's about seeking the Lord during the week, during your days not at church, and growing and finding, you know, doing the will of the Lord, making disciples, sharing the gospel at your, you know, where you can, where you go, your friends, your family, your workplace, you know, and finding out as well where the Lord wants to position you. And then I think a partner will come and even complement the area the Lord has, so you guys both could be doing some type of ministry together.
What do you think, Billy?
We can wrap up there, don't you think?
Hey guys, like, thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day again, everyone. Thank you, me and Billy. We loved all the questions that you guys sent through. Thank you so much. I hope the advice was great. Please put it to practice. And there were so many more questions that did come through. And we haven't had time to just get through them all. So like, subscribe, comment below.
Maybe whoever sent the question about William, and maybe next time for part 2, maybe he's not single.
Yeah,
maybe he's not single.
Hey. So comment if you want us to do a part 2 to this.
Comment to see if you want to see what happened to William. Where's he at in life by then?
Thank you.
Thanks, Elias and Caitlin.
Shout out to Elias. Shout out to Caitlin. Thank you. Yeah. Like and subscribe. YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. Drop us a follow. Happy Valentine's Day, people.
Sorry, before you like end the recording, I have a question. Let's say this guy at church, let's say his name's Elias, and let's say he's been dating someone for a year.
Oh, we've already had a question about this.
Elias already.
You remember the last one?
Let's say he's dating someone for a year, and let's say
you're in your feelings now.
Yeah, listen to the podcast.
Caitlin did that to me. Thank you, everyone. Tune in for next time.